Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are back live finally. We are live at the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, for the second annual Barry Hooey Memorial. This match is underway already. We tuned in a little bit late. I was in a match, and so was Ben, and nobody here to start the stream. But nonetheless, we are back. Rob Phillips playing Clint Gamble. Rob down 3-0 to Clint. And once again, guys, you know what to do. Help me out. Hit that share button. I'm going to man the mic here for a little bit by myself. Steph might jump in every now and again. Really nice safety from Rob there. Both of these players really know what to do with a cue. They have played this game a ton. Oh, he did get to see it. I didn't think he could see any of that ball. So it does leave that ball now wide open for Rob. Two rails, avoid that 8-ball. Oh, nice inside. Really well done. Needs a bit of a bounce off this end rail. And I know you can't quite see where that angle is, so here I'll show you this one. That is a steep, steep back cut. Rather doubt he's going to attempt that. May opt to play safe. Off the end rail, connect with the 5. Send the cue ball up table. Really well done. Didn't even need to connect with the 5-ball. What's going on, Paul? How are you? Ryan, thanks for tuning in. Look at this. Oh, I thought he was going to make the 5 in the side. He was sitting good. I think the 3 is now moved out of the way. So Rob does have the cut on the 2 up. Or sorry, down to the bottom right-hand corner. Instead decides to play the safe. I'm pretty sure Clint gets the outside edge of that 2-ball. He's got to watch for the scratch into the bottom right-hand corner. Really well done, nicely controlled. And I kind of like the hit the stick and send the 2-ball in a Z shot up to where the 7 is. Leave the cue ball right behind that 8-ball. That will work. Really nice shot. Hey, you as well, Paul. Happy late Thanksgiving to all of our U.S. viewers. Oh, you know it, Clark. You know it. Oh, he didn't miss that 2-ball by much. Getting paid to watch Q Sports live, in any pool for that matter, is really the best way to do it. And just so everybody is aware, we do have both chat lines open if you're tuned in on Facebook or YouTube. And Rob looking to put himself on the board. A little bit of a risky shot with this 2-9 combo. It is off angle, and everything else on the table is pretty wide open. Risky little shot. That was always a risk. Plays the two-way. Unfortunately, the 9 comes in and kicks the 5 ball out of the way. Would have been a good two-way shot. But it does leave this table now wide open for Clint. Oh, wow. Well overhit. Yeah. Last minute overtime. No complaints indeed. Dear. Hello, boys and girls, and those that may be undecided. Good evening, sir. And again, just overhit by Clint here. These tables are playing extremely fast. They are diamond 9 foots, 4 1/4 inch pockets, really, really deep shelves on these. You'll see a lot of balls rattle and sit in the hole as opposed to rattle and drop. Oh, well done. Well done. Wants to stay off of that rail. Shape to the 7's a little bit tricky. Even if he tries to pinch this and draw, you may bring the side pocket in, so he's going to have to hit this good. Stroke test time. Nice little pocket weight, top left-hand corner, float to the right side of the table for the 8 to the bottom left-hand corner. And he tried to go back and forth. I think I like the pocket weight shot myself. Rob Phillips looking to draw some blood here, get himself on the board. And under hit there again. Speed at the table, maybe starting to get the better of people. What's going on, Deborah? Just give me 1 second. And I didn't get to see what happened there. Was it Rob Phillips? It was. Rob taking and getting himself on the board. And we will run our viewer advantage one more time here, guys. Viewer advantage, it is a shopping spree now, $700 Canadian to spend any way you like. That can be on anything at the Jacoby Custom Cues, Jam Up Apparel, Thumper Cues, Brutal Game Gear, JB Cases. Spend it on one, spend it on all, completely your call. If you do want in, qsportslive@gmail.com if you're in Canada. If you are outside of Canada, send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll get back to you with how you can get in it to win it. That draw will be going tomorrow evening. Curious if we're going to point the camera to B-side matches? Absolutely. I will attempt to do that on the very next match. That must be Shona behind me. Sorry, guys, I have to give Shona a hug. Lighting is terror. Did the owner pay the power bill? It's not really the lighting in the pool hall. It's the lighting from the cameras. But Ivan, it's just the color of the pool room. You got blue cloth, dark tables, dark carpet. And actually, when you're playing pool in this hall, I find it as a benefit. get less glare from outside sources and outside light. He wanted to draw that a touch more than what he did. He's leaving himself tough. He's got the Sky Woodward. Sky Woodward cuts these things in for lunch. These are a cinch for Sky. And Clint plays the back and forth horn shape. Gets good on the 7. Might have to go down and up again. Oh, tries to go the 3-rail route. That will work. This will put him up 4-1 in a race to 9. Oh my. A very, very rare open table miss from Clint Gamble. Prime opportunity for Rob Phillips. Much better score at 3-2 as opposed to down 4-1. And if Rob does go through and win, that might be the shot that haunts Clint for a while. He uses the side of the pocket, but he does drain it. Rob Phillips clawing one back, taking advantage. And if you are just tuning in, guys, we are playing live here at the Leather Pocket. That is in Calgary, Alberta. You are watching the Barry Hooey Memorial 2nd Annual. And you'll see down on the bottom right-hand part of the screen there a few pictures of the man himself. Passed away a year and a half ago. And he was the grandfather of the Calgary pool scene. Dearly missed. His energy, his antics, everything that made Barry Hooey who he was. We miss him. Needs to connect with that 8-ball. So more of a containing safety. I think you'll see Clint use that cluster of the 2-3 and try and stick that cue ball right in him. Just like that. Oh, it's the 2-6, not the 2. Or the 3-6, not the 2-3. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have Miss Stephanie Toy join us in on the microphone. Welcome back, Steph.
Here I am. Hi, everybody. Got a killer of a match happening here, eh?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a turn of the tables. Clint missed a fairly routine 9-ball to go up 4-1. And Rob took advantage to bring it 3-2. Hello, Kai. Good evening. We are sitting time-wise about 10 minutes after 6 local time. And I'm not sure how far along are we on the tournament, Miss Director.
You're asking me really hard questions right now. This is going to be the last match of the A side for tonight.
Okay.
And then we have a couple rounds of the B side.
Perfect. So after this, we'll shut down, reset all of the cameras to focus in on the 7-foot tables. So for those that are just tuning in, not sure what's going on with the format, a little bit different. It is an 89er tournament. So on the A side, they are playing 9-ball on the 9-foot tables. If you do go to the B side or the loser's side, if you're from the good old US of A, you then go on to the 7-foot tables, play 8-ball on the 7-foots.
It does make the tournament go a little bit faster. We have at this venue 8 9-foot tables and 8 7-foot tables. So instead of being tied to 8 tables for all these players, we're able to spread it out a little bit. The night is going to go a little bit faster. Less wait time for the players, which is always nice. However, now the complaint is they haven't had enough time to eat. So either which way,
Well, you're
it's
damned
just,
if you do and you're damned if you
yeah,
don't.
can't make these guys happy. But we try to do our best.
Nice little draw shot here. Great shot. Look out, 8 ball. Look out, 8 ball. It
Yeah, I don't think you can
is
see it.
a tree stump in the way
Might
of
get
the
an
ball.
might get an edge, but I don't think he can make it.
I said hi, didn't I, Tony? I didn't see that you even commented.
Hey, Jerry. Yeah, nice to see everybody.
That was Tony.
Thanks, Paul.
I'll say hi to you,
Raymond.
Tony.
Hey, Tony. We're still here. Couple more rounds on the B side, so hopefully we can get you guys a couple more matches tonight. It is going to end a little bit early. We will bring back the final 8 tomorrow. 7-8 spot wins 160. 5-6 gets 250 apiece. 4th place for 430. 3rd 660. 2nd place gets 1070, and 1st place is going to take home a whopping $1,700.
Not bad wages for a weekend's worth of work.
No.
I'll take it. Wouldn't be a bull tournament if there wasn't somebody complaining. Indeed, Rob
That is
looking
true, Ben.
Rob is looking really good here to square this match.
Yeah,
We could go tie ball game. He had the chance, Clint, to go up 4-1. And I kind of said if Rob does come back and win this, that shot might haunt Clint for a little bit.
Clint was up fast, 3-0 on Rob. Rob had to do a quick reset.
Yeah, Deborah, the brackets are on challenge. It's always a tongue twister for me.
Challenge.com/BHM for Barry Hooey Memorial. BHM 2019 is the link. It is true, Gary. There is just one complainer in the whole community of pool, and he just travels to all these tournaments, and
They
nothing
do play
can make
in
him
every
happy.
tournament. It's kind of odd how that works.
Okay, so Rob gets out on that, so it's 3-3
Oh, yes,
now,
3-3.
right?
I'm falling asleep at the wheel here.
Rack number 7 for Clint.
Comes up dry.
And
And Rob has a shot on the 1 ball. The deuce is the trouble ball. But if he
1
shoots the
ball.
gap between that 7-9, he might be able to put the 2 in.
I don't know if that 1 ball might just go by the 1 or beside the 8,
I think the 1 goes all day.
but he may
Let's see if
he
we
may
can get
opt
a
to
look.
play a safety here. I'm not sure, just because he can't get on that 2 ball. 2 ball's
Yeah,
tough.
that 1's way up. Sorry, the 8's way up. That 1 will go for sure. All day long, twice
Oh, he
on
gets down there
Sunday.
good. Gets
Oh,
down
it
there
gets
good.
Perfect.
7 as the stopper.
Perfect. Only perfect will do.
Yeah, I think this 2 ball, he's got enough this 2 ball to make it for sure. He's just got to be cognizant of where that 3 ball is going to go.
Stream time tomorrow, I believe it'll be around the same time, probably noon.
Noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock, yeah. And unfortunately, I will not be here tomorrow.
I'll be here.
I must go to work, so I'm going to leave the stream in the hands of Mr. Francis and Stephanie. Ryan may be back tomorrow. We will see. Nice shot.
Oh,
Uses the
nice
horn and the
little-
8 ball.
Nice little run.
That's how I'd have done it. But sometimes you need a little bit of luck in this game.
I like Rob's odds here.
I do too. Everything's wide open. And once you shape this 5 ball, everything else should be fairly routine.
I was talking to Rob earlier, and Rob was having a little bit of trouble gauging weight on these diamond tables. Where he's from, Edmonton is just 3 hours north of Calgary, and his home venue is full of Raraka tables. which run a little bit slower than these diamonds. These diamonds tend to run a little bit fast and slick. So it's taking him most of the day just to kind of gauge the weight. But it looks like he has gotten his bearings pretty good.
Looks like it. Work what's with all the swearing. It is a 4-letter word, I can tell you. But I have no choice. I haven't been actually on the stream very often, and that is largely due to work. It's just been extremely busy. I've got another 2.5, maybe 3 weeks to get everything done that needs to get done, and then I can kind of relax, take a little bit of a break. May not go back to work until, Rob. He doesn't like it. Does he get a jelly rub?
He turned away from that 8-ball shape.
As soon as he hit it.
Yeah, he knew.
But I probably won't go back until after the Ashton Twins Classic.
A little tick distance safety here. That's pretty good. Gonna leave it in the hands of Clint. Clint went for the bank and did not get it. Oh, leaves Rob pretty much perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better shape. Yes, cognizant is one of my only big words that I know.
Kevin Plowman just came over and interrupted me. And he said, "How dare you guys talk about me like that? I was listening outside." I was like, "What are you talking about? You were talking about complainers and how they get around. Why are you talking about me?" Kevin Plowman, I tell you.
I will vouch for Kevin. He was not the complainer of this tournament.
Yeah.
But it's funny though, like, you think you're doing a good job.
Yes.
And, running a faster tournament, and we don't have to run so late, and things are running faster, less wait time and everything. And then that was the complaint I get. Oh, we didn't get any time to eat.
It's a pool tournament. When do you get time to eat?
You're gonna
is
be
this
done.
Something new?
You're going to be done by 7, 8 o'clock. You can eat later.
Right? Like, is this something new that I'm unaware of? That when you go play in a pool tournament, you don't have time to eat?
Yes, that's the big.
Right?
Well, because
is that new?
I guess you would rather eat and wait 3 or 4 or 5 hours in between matches.
I'm no, thanks. Just give me a Snickers and put me on a pool table.
Gary, I only know how to say the word. I don't know how to spell it, so you guys are
Do you know the definition of it?
one ahead of me.
Uh-oh, look out. Look out.
He's good. He's good.
It's a little close to the work. That's not a give me shot for shaping the 3-ball.
No.
It's definitely
But
not
he's
what
on
he
it,
was looking
and he
for.
can make it.
Yeah, well, that's half the equation, though. Right? It's more than just potting balls, especially in 9-ball. 9-ball's a little more strategic.
The shape is going to be a little bit tough. That's what he's looking at here.
Well, I can almost... Oh, is there a really good shot here? If he plays, and this all is angle dependent, but from my look, it looks like he can cut the 2-ball into the 5-ball, use the 5-ball to put the 2 on the left side of the table, and sink the 6-ball that's hanging in the pocket.
Oh, go for the 6-ball. See, I was just looking for the safety, and I would have just kind of chipped away at that 2-ball and hid behind the 9.
Yeah, but I don't want to give my opponent another shot at the table to hook me, and I'm back to square one. On that particular shot, I think he had the angle to kind of carry him and take the 6 and use the 5-ball to put the 2 back in position. Romulus, Michigan, checking in. How are you, Glenn? Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It is myself on the mic. If you're new to Q Sports Live, my name is Grant. I am sitting beside the one and only tournament directors of tournament directors, Miss Stephanie Toy.
You guys will hear me yelling in the background.
Oh,
Clint went for the 9.
He swings for it. I think that could cost him. Depends on how that 3-5 combo is lining up. And if you are new to Q Sports Live, welcome to it. Typically, we're live once every week, maybe 2 weeks now. And if you haven't done so already, you can go onto our Facebook page, hit the like button there. Or we are also live on YouTube. You can hit the subscribe button there. And you'll find once you do start following along, it is a little bit of an addiction. I'm addicted to it. Steph's addicted to it. Most of the followers that are longtime followers are also addicted to Q Sports Live. And in the archives on our Facebook page, there is well over, I'm going to say now, 7,000 different streams that you can go and take a look at.
Yes, sorry guys. Grant forgot to mark up that last game. It is 4-3 for Rob.
I was busy talking.
I know.
Doubtful, it's the only big word, but it's a good one. It is a good one. Steph does have her moments. Flashes of brilliance. Oh, look out, 8-ball. Oh,
No
he's
problem.
good. He's good. A little bit light on the weight, but it'll work out no problem. He'll go over and back. Or could try and light it in.
Worked out perfect.
4-3 Rob Phillips. Wow. Looks like the break. So you guys didn't get to see this, but Rob was down 3-0 and decided to take his break.
Reset.
Yeah, reset his mind and so on and so forth. And when he
It
came
worked.
back in, that's when we started up the stream. So apparently his little talk with himself, it worked out for him. And of course, if you are just tuning in, guys, it is the viewer advantage. I'm going to run this quite a bit here tonight, see if we can get enough entries in to cover the costs. This will be drawn tomorrow evening, guys. It is 700 Canadian dollars. It is a shopping spree to spend that money at any of the sponsors for Q Sports Live. So you could spend that all on a Jacoby custom cue, whether that's the Jacoby Black or one of the other cues that's on their website, Jam Up Apparel, Thumper Jump brake cues. You can get Brutal Game Gear, JB cases. You can spend it all in one spot, or you can kind of break it up and spread that cash around. It really is your choice. $20 per package gets you in it to win it. If you are in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com. If you are outside of Canada and you do want in to win, send us a message to the Q Sports Live page and I'll get back to you with how you can get in it to win it. That draw will be done tomorrow evening at the conclusion of the Barry Hooey Memorial. And it looks like Clint's now taking his break.
Yeah, I think Clint just needs a minute to reset. He had a good lead on Rob, and that's kind of where you want to be on a Rob Phillips, because Rob is very capable, both these players, very capable to run away with it. And with that draw, guys, I was telling Grant, I mean, you can get 60 shirts if you want. We're not going to judge you.
Nope. It is a good one. Oh, you need a ref?
He's looking for me. I'll be right back.
I got you. I thought I was going to have to go ref a shot. Absolutely. Josh, what's going on? It has been a minute, my man. Good to see you back on again. All right, Clint is back at the table. He is going to break for rack number 9. How you been keeping, Josh? It has definitely been a minute since I've seen you on the stream. Welcome back, by the way. Good to have you back. For yourself and anybody else on the stream, help us out. Monster smash that share button. It is Saturday evening, 6:30 local time. You are watching the Barry Hooey Memorial Tournament. It is the second annual, played out of the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. In case you couldn't tell from my accent. Or lack of accent. So Clint comes up dry on the break. These tables have not been very generous on the break. Very good. Got married. Going to have a new baby in April. Right on, Josh. Congratulations or my condolences. It'll be one of the two. I'm just bugging you. Congratulations, buddy. That's awesome news. I can't remember if you had kids prior. Steph and I both have, we have 2 boys. And they are an absolute awesome thing. Yeah, play as much pool as you can now. Now is the time to definitely start playing, because once your little one gets here, it kind of cuts down on the pool playing availability. Have 3 daughters, now you get your boy. Awesome.
Good for you. Congratulations.
No doubt. That was a really nice safety from Mr. Gamble.
Really great safety.
Contemplating cutting a hole and dropping my sink into the island. That can be taken a couple of different ways there, Paul.
Oh. So Ben Francis just won his match, gave his opponent a donut.
I handed out one of those today.
Same with Steven. Gave Larry Walper the donut.
Oh. Well, you know, the thing is, in this event, being that this is the Hooey Memorial, you pretty much have all of Barry's team playing. There's a couple players that couldn't make it.
Mark Vinogradov and Eric Vargas couldn't make it. Eric is in the Philippines, home for a little bit, and Mark is on call, unfortunately, so he could not commit to the weekend. But
it is all of Barry's team minus those 2 players.
Joe, Ben, Steven, and Johnny. And
we've had some pretty big, I'll call them upsets, but in 9-ball anything can happen. That being said, you've got Brian Butler on the B side, Joe Spence on the B side,
Ben Francis
on the B side, Stephen Halem on the B side,
Kevin Osborne, Ozzy was on the B.
Osborne on the B side. So those are typically the guys that are kind of running through until the end on the A side, and then they fight amongst themselves. So it has been a tournament of upsets. So it doesn't really shock me that now that all of those guys are on the B side, that's when, of course, they're going to bring their A game. So it really doesn't shock me that both Ben and Steven handed out bagels.
And these guys, for these guys, this tournament kind of means a lot. Barry was their captain, and they're playing with their heart on their sleeve, I tell you.
They do. And if you're a longtime viewer, you were probably watching when we did the final tournament in Niagara Falls. It was the CCS Eastern Canadians, and that was probably one of my all-time favorite moments that we've ever had.
Yeah, it was.
Was watching Joe. So we were doing kind of the back and forth. We didn't have the split screen at that time, and Joe was pretty much running around the table, running out his table, because Barry was up, and they wanted Barry to win the event. And it was so wild to watch Joe pretty much run around the table, run out the rack, and as he ran out the rack, I had flipped the camera from Joe's match, Joe's match onto Barry's match, who had hooked himself on the 8-ball and had to kick cut the 8-ball,
Into the corner.
and he hit it in the heart. And it was honestly, it was one of the most amazing moments that I've had since I started doing commentary.
It goes a lot to say for how these boys felt about Barry as their friend and their captain, a father figure to a lot of these guys too. And that was the last trip that Barry took with his team.
Yeah.
And at this point, he was very sick. He was getting, call after call from the doctor, and the news was just getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
So, heartbreaking, but a very heartwarming story.
Yeah.
It was great to be there.
Well, and Barry himself was, I'm going to say, more or less the heart and soul of the Calgary pool scene. And just who he was as a person, his willingness to help the underdog, the guy down on his luck, and just lend a helping hand and be that guy. He is drastically missed here in Calgary.
So we appreciate all the players for coming out. We had 46 players come out to this event, $100 entry, $1,000 added. Many traveled from out of town. Rob and Clint being a couple of those people.
From Edmonton. You can see-
Edmonton and Saskatchewan.
Spit it out.
Wow. Saskatchewan. We have a couple players from BC, so a lot of these players have traveled, a few hours, 3, 7,
Yeah,
12
it's
hours.
a fair distance to travel.
So
and
we
especially
appreciate
with
them.
the roads the way that they are here in Calgary.
Yeah, it is cold. The roads are not very favorable. A little slick in some places. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you're a player, thank you for coming out. We definitely appreciate you.
And you can see on Rob's shirt, being from Edmonton, he is representing Cujo's Custom Cues. So if you're in the Edmonton area, definitely look him up.
Darcy does great work.
Darcy does amazing work. He does.
And what a great guy. Darcy's a super, super great guy.
He's a ton of fun. Paul, let me tell you, there was no bigger advocate of the game than what Barry Hooey was. He was a hell of a man. I don't want to get emotional because I did last year. I got overly emotional last year. We were with Barry, myself, Stephen, and Joe, and the rest of Barry's family. We were with him, and I witnessed Barry take his last breath, and that was tough to compute. That was tough to deal with. But I wanted to make sure I was there for him, and it really kind of took me a while to get over. I don't want to say overly emotional because it's an emotional thing, but it took me a while because to witness a guy take his last breath was not something that I thought I would do, but I did, and I'm glad I did.
Barry was always the life of the party.
He was.
And he was the light in the room. Boy, you could hear that guy from across the room. You could hear how emotional he was, whether he was elated, happy, or screaming at you for whatever reason.
Yeah.
He was a big energy, and we miss him dearly. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah. I miss that energy.
Rob got back to that table. Clint just could not get shape on his ball. So Rob has broken this table, made the 1 ball, clear shot at the 2. Everything goes except he's going to have to work on that 4 ball. That is the 4-6 on the top right.
Did that 8-ball get him? Did he just marry up to that 8-ball?
I don't know.
Let's take a look here. Doesn't really show us too much. What about that angle? No, that one's not even any better.
He may have to. I don't know. He may be able to throw it in. It's hard to see how much separation he's got from the 8.
You are 100% correct, Paul. Community is definitely better for having known him, and we won't let the community forget. This is why we're holding this event. I remember vividly, walked up to you, asked who the older fella, because he was... Jerry, buddy. No worries, man. There's no way to understand nor know who Barry Hooey was. And unless you knew him, you just had to know him to get him.
I mean, he was a cog in our community, right? So we knew the story, and we knew. We know the backstory of his team and how he was a father figure to a couple of these guys. I don't know if many of you know, Joe kind of lost his father at a young age. Stephen left home at a young age from a small town to better his pool career. So Barry took these guys under his wing, and kind of showed them the way. So he was important to a lot of people here. Mm-hmm. And like we said, always willing to lend a hand and a piece of advice and buy you a beer. Chip in for you to get wherever you were going. He was always the first guy to give you the shirt off his back. So,
well, and it's funny because his house was kind of the pool player crash pad.
Oh my God, the bachelor pad.
The bachelor pad.
Okay, the place did not smell good. And looked how it smelled on the outside.
Well, as true as that may be, it was a very important place for a lot of players.
It was a landmark.
Yeah, that really were kind of down on their luck and just needed that helping hand. And Barry was that guy to always lend the helping hand.
These guys always had a place to go. This is looking good for Rob here.
It is.
Another one. So Clint's going to have to pull up his pants here. Get something going, catch a gear.
So that kind of gives you a little bit of an insight as to the man, the myth, and the legend himself. And down on the right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a few of the pictures that we found of Barry. Just kind of flipping through, giving you an idea of kind of what he looked like. And you'll see the Calgary Flames jersey. I don't know if I want to keep going too much on it, but I want to explain the Calgary Flames jersey because it's got the Hooey one time on it. And I'll go through this real quick, I promise you. But Steph and I were at a hockey game. Really, really fortunate. We got tickets from your aunt, and it was right at the glass. And unbeknownst to us, Jackson and Joe had taken Barry to that same game. And Barry, I decided I wanted Barry to kind of enjoy what it was that I was partaking of, because this was my first time ever at a glass. I was in heaven, being in the seats that we were, and I wanted to share that experience with Barry, and so I brought him down for the second period. He was able to sit with Steph for the entire second period. I went and took his seat with Joe and Jackson, and he didn't have a Flames jersey, so he borrowed one that was entirely too small for him. And so we decided, it was also a girl's jersey, Steph says, but we decided, Steph and I, that we wanted to take him again to another hockey game, and this time we wanted him to have a proper jersey. And so that jersey that you see in the picture now is that jersey. And we put his last name, Hooey, with the number 1 and then time underneath. And that was Barry's saying. It was one time, make the kick, shoot the shot, hit it just one time. And unfortunately, he never made it to another game. But that jersey is very special to us. It is hanging up here at the Leather Pocket. It's kind of a mainstay here. Only time it leaves the hall here is when the boys go down to Las Vegas to compete. They take that jersey down and have it in Vegas. So that's kind of the significance of that jersey. With that being said, I believe it was Rob that won that last game. He is on the hill. So from being down 3-0, taking a quick break, And Rob comes back to... Hold on, guys, I got somebody interrupting me again. He is correcting me. Rob did not win that. Clint did. 7-4. Rob up to break. Rack number 12. Does make a ball on the break. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry, I didn't see the 6 sitting in the corner. Is Rob going to get that window? I believe he's going to have the window to see it, but I don't know if he'll have the window to make the shot. That view doesn't give us really anything different. I think he was swinging. He's going to make the 6 and the 4. A little bit of luck goes a really long ways. A little bit of everything in that shot. A lucky rub, a lucky bounce, a lucky carom. And he continues swinging away. And if he can manage this rack, he'll put himself on the hill. Nicely done. A little bit of inside English on that ball. 3 to the 5, no issues here. 3 ball, bottom left-hand corner, check off the side rail. Back across mid-table for the 5 to the bottom right. Grip it and rip it. You know it. And might have overcooked this a little bit. I think he wanted to draw more up table. Instead, he kind of hit that at a stun shot pace. So I think we'll see the 5 ball down to the bottom left-hand corner. Could go bottom right. Really going to be shooter's choice here. He is going bottom right-hand corner. And travel 3 rails around for the 7 ball top right-hand corner.
Okay, so Steven won his match and Ben won his match, and so now they're facing off on the B side.
Oh, wow. Somebody's run's coming to an end, and again, Rob overcooks the shape here. He's still kind of fighting this shape. He needs to Sky Woodward this. Nope, he decides I'm going to just play safe and hits it perfect.
Wow.
Absolutely perfect. The only problem is there's a massive gap, big window between that 9-8 ball. Go off that top rail, smack into the 7. However, just because you can hit does not mean... Oh, look at the 9.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Speaking of gripping it and ripping it, how's that for a shot?
That was a nice 9 ball for Clint. He kind of just needs some momentum here.
Well, if that doesn't put a little giddy up in your get along, I don't know what will.
You know, sometimes you just got to hit it. You know, that 7 that Rob left is why he's so feared in the pool world, because he's so good. He is very good. He plays really smart shots. His weight is really good. But you know, like when you're able to hit it, but you can't necessarily make it, give it a little bit of weight. You know, good things can happen.
Well, and that's a prime example of why I chose to do what I did in my match against Kevin Osborne. And we're hill-hill, and I have to play short side shape on a ball, which I overdid a little bit, so it left me a bank side, or the option at attempting a safety. And I know that when you play a safety, there is always that off chance that they can fluke a 9, they can fluke a safe back, and you're kind of back in jail. And at Hill, I decided, you know what, I'm going to try to kick the door down. I'm going to try to hit the bank shot. If I make it, I'm out. If I miss, I know he's out. And so I tried the bank. I missed. And as predicted, Kevin ran it out. But I don't regret it. I don't regret in that spot going for the win.
Like the odds for Rob here. Everything is open. Everything goes. Not a whole lot of travel happening here. Oh, but he's got to make the 3-ball.
You gave him the curse, Steph.
I just did.
That was the only way it was going. I didn't see that. Nope. I would not have saw that coming at all.
Okay, so Clint's got the right side of this 3-ball here. I guess his left side of the 3-ball here. It does back cut. However, I don't know. Let's see what he chooses to do here. Oh, it fired in. I didn't think it went by that 6-ball.
How about just put it in the heart of the pocket?
Wow.
How about
Lasered
just hit
it in.
perfect?
That was a nice shot.
Well, it looks like that little bit of luck on that 9-ball might have given him that confidence booster.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes you just need a little bit of momentum, you know? Everything here looks tickety-boo.
I expected more from... Buddy, I expect more from me too. Sorry. Next time I'll try to have a look at the kick combo long cut bank.
Overhit. The guys have been kind of battling this all day. Just the weight. These tables are fast.
They are quick. So you'll probably see Clint use the 8-ball here. He'll play this 6 kind of like a bank shot. Use the 6-ball or the 8-ball to stop the 6 and send the cue ball up behind that 7-9 combo. Or cluster, I should say. Yeah,
I think
I'll
he goes for the
work on
2-way.
that.
It's bank the 6, back cut bank the 6, and the cue ball goes down to the other end. Something like that.
He dang near did. Good call, Steph. Not just your average tournament director.
I've seen a lot go down in my day, you know.
Well, like I said, flashes of brilliance.
Flashes.
Now, don't mistake that with flashing us your brilliance.
What did you just say to me? Okay, so Rob on the 6-ball here. It is probably an inch off the rail. So let's see what he has planned.
Yeah, I don't know if he can go off the right-hand side of the 6 as we're looking at it and hide behind the 8.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of looking.
Do you chip off the left side of the 6?
That's
It's a touchy little shot, but you watch guys like Peggy Line do this all the time. Well,
did he go for it? Was he going for that?
no, he was trying to chip off that
Yeah,
left
I think he
left side of the 6
he just
ball.
got it a little thick.
He caught it thick for sure.
So this is a chance for Clint to claw one back here, get it within one game.
That pulls within striking distance. That does funny things with not only your confidence, but your opponent's confidence. Works wonders for you, but not so good for your opponent.
Clint's got a nice angle to come zigzag up the table for the 8-ball. Or
he pinches it over.
just stun it over, yep. Natural angle for the 9.
Yeah, nothing to do here but pot the 8. Just don't overhit it. Just don't overhit it.
Looks like we got another winner chicken dinner. Brian Butler got his match. Let me just get the full details on that. I will be back.
You'll be back. Thanks for the warning.
Cruising.
That was the only problem, is don't overcook that shot. You just have to go like half table. Half tables stay on the right-hand side, but he puts it in the heart anyway. Clint Gamble making a run. And we'll give a shout out to one of the sponsors here, Q Sports Live. It is the Thumper Jump Brake Q, also known as the T3. If you are looking to get your hands on one, this thing jumps like an IQ, brakes like a BK Rush, a little bit better in my opinion. If you are looking to get your hands on one, send a message to the Q Sports Live page. We do get a little bit of a deal on them. We'll be able to hook you up. And Rob at the table, ready to break rack 14. He leads Clint 7-6. Really, really nicely controlled break. That cue ball kind of squatted there. I do believe he does have shape on the one ball. Gonna have to go up and down for shaping on the two. And if he can pull that off, really not a lot left to do in the rack. Tony,
It's mostly me,
I
Tony.
always get picked on, Tony.
He brings it on himself.
I do not. Did he overdo that, or does he have that too?
No, he's still got
he's
it.
got it. The way he bent down so quick like that, there's no way he doesn't have that. Sitting good on the 3. 3 to 6, straight draw back, 6 into the left side pocket. I'd love to know what the score is in Joe's match.
Joe just started.
Steven's gone through. Ben's gone through.
Joe won.
Did Joe won the?
Yeah, Joe won the next one.
Okay, good. I agree with Steph. So is he going to stun into?
Yeah, he just gives it a little bump. Help it.
A little bit of a helper. A little push. Probably go 2 rails around here. Same pocket. But again, just off with that weight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He knew he missed it.
He right from the trigger.
Clint jumps out of his chair.
Yeah. This could go tie ball game.
A little bit of a stroke test here. Long table. Looks like he's drawing it back.
Oh.
I heard a miscue.
That is one of the worst sounds in pool. Chalk is included in the price. It's included in the price.
So
Yeah.
a little perturbed maybe, but the 9 ball is still makeable.
Well, here's the good thing.
Just a little bit of a tougher shot.
He did miscue, but he can really thank his lucky stars that he still made the 6, because this could have ended up a whole lot worse on a miscue. He's got a shot at the 9 to make this a tie ball game. That's my focus. Just make the 9.
Just make the ball.
Overcuts it, but misses it pro side. Missed pro side, leaves it center, or just about center of the table, so it is a good miss. If you're gonna miss, that's the way to do it. Oh, he tries to cut and completely misses the ball. We are tie ball game. Rack number 15, and Rob says, I will be right back. Oh no, he's sitting in this chair. I lied.
That was a big swing.
And we'll give a shout out to one of the other Q Sports Live sponsors, Brutal Game Gear, guys. If you haven't been and on their website, they have a ton of stuff that you can choose from. They are in the viewer advantage as well. I must go grab my drink.
Are you parched?
I'm very parched. It's what happens when I sit here and talk for the amount of time.
I know.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay, so Clint to break here. Rack 15. Makes a ball. Clear view of the 1. I do believe it passes the 9 into the top left corner. The 2 ball does not pass the 6 to the bottom left, so you may see him jack up on this 1, which makes the shot a little bit tougher. In order to hold that cue ball to make the 2 in the left side, he is jacking up. And made the 1, but by his body language, I don't think that he has the 2 ball. He's super annoyed right now. These tables have not been very forgiving to these players. Grabbing the jump stick. A little walk around the table, a little head shake. Clint Gamble on the 2 ball. Great hit. And gets a good leave. Maybe? No, 2 ball leaked out. So Rob's got enough space to make the 2 ball here. Has the angle to play off that top rail to come back down for the 3 ball. I believe that is the 4 ball on the center diamond, just on the bottom rail here. So 2 to the top right, 3 and the 4 just on the bottom of the table. Six ball to the bottom left. It's kind of tough to, it's dark in here, so just want to make sure that you guys know what ball's what. He was concentrated on the shape to get back for the 3, missed the shot. But gets a fortunate leave. Good contact, but doesn't leave Clint an easy shot here. Clint has got to cut the 2-ball. Doesn't go to the left, so he's got to go to the right corner or play safe. Hops for the safety and gets it. That was a nice shot. Not sure if Rob has enough space to get around that 7-ball, just come to the bottom rail, hit rail first, make contact on that too. Looks like he does. He's going to give it a little bit of left. Uh-oh, watch outside pocket. Scratches in the side, so Clint's going to get ball in hand here. And the only thing he's got to work out is the 7-8. That is the 7 just above the 8 in the top left. Looks like the 7, you're going to have to get short side on the 7. Clint's just trying to make a plan here, how to get on that 7-ball. That's his only problem ball. Looks like Clint's got a plan here. We'll see what that is. Nice angle on this 4 to get down to the, or sorry, to get up to the top of the table. Clint just opting to take the sharp back cut angle on the 7. That was very smart. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the 6-ball. Wow, sleeping. Sorry, guys. 6-ball before the 7. Sorry, guys, excuse me. People talking in my ear. So, like I said, it looks like Clint is possibly opting to come back to the left rail. Take the sharper back cut for the 7. Does he get there? I don't know if he got enough to make this 7-ball. We'll see. Wanted to be closer to this left-hand rail. Clint and his entourage, Clint Gamble, Leo Gamble, Greg Ermine, and Mike Crookedneck drove all the way from Saskatchewan, about a 7-hour drive. I want to thank them for coming out. The highways are not ideal, but they came anyways. We definitely appreciate them. Good safe play there by Clint. Rob's going to be thankful to get back to the table here. He's going to be up and over this 8-ball for the 7. In the heart. Great shot. Racing to 2 here, tied at 7 and racing to 9. Rob definitely wants to be the first to the hill. Nice shot. Good weight. Rob, first on the hill. One more game for Rob to stay on the A side. Like we've been preaching all day, you definitely wanted to stay on the A side in this tournament. I wouldn't call them upsets, but 9-ball is anybody's game, and we had some monsters go to the B side early. Joe Spence, Stephen Holem, Ben Francis, Kevin Osborne, Brian Butler, all went to the B side early. So the B side got a lot nastier as the day progressed. Big break for Rob. Makes a ball. Oh, doesn't get a shot on the 1 ball. But as we've seen, Rob knows how to use a jumper. He may choose to push out here. Looks like he's pushing out. Just a little tick. It's going to allow Clint to see the 1 ball. A tough shot to make, however. Clint answers back with his own safety attempt. I'm not sure. Rob's looking down the line of that 1 ball really hard. It must be tight. Looks like he can possibly just get by that 3. But it is skinny.
You might have to go rail first.
He can hit the 1 ball, but can he get enough of the 1 ball to make? It's getting by that 3 ball is just really tight.
It is tight, and even if you kind of skin that right-hand side of the 1, really not a safety there. I think I favor more going rail first and going for the attempt.
Oh, he's got his jumper out.
Short stick.
Got his jumper out. He just
Well, he hit it.
wants to go for it. He's going to leave a shot on the 1.
However, it's a shot on the 1, but what do you do with the 2? Well, he's got distance, I guess, between the cue ball and the rail. He could draw that back so long as he's not on that angle that draws him back into the corner pocket.
Tight window,
Yeah, very
but
tight window.
that 2 ball is nice and close to the pocket, so Clint could go rail first here if he needs to.
How does he hit it?
No, he's going to get there perfect.
How does he hit it?
Perfect.
How about only perfect?
Only perfect. That is the 7-4 sitting together there. So 2 ball, 3 ball on the bottom rail. The 4 ball is just above the 7 in this bottom right corner. And then that is the 6 ball just above the 2.
I think I actually stun this 2 ball. Try and get myself off the rail a little bit.
No, it does that
Really well
perfect.
done.
Does it
Now
perfect.
you can go 2 rails and hopefully avoid the 6 ball. Come up on top of the 4 for it to go
I actually
to
like
the bottom left.
I actually like just making the 3 ball and coming off the bottom rail, splitting the window between the 6 and the 7, or the 4 and the bottom left.
Yeah, use the 6.
Yeah, worked perfect. Clint's got nice angle, just come off the left rail. or stun over for the 6 in the bottom right. Clint wants to go hill, hill.
Look out.
Clint wants hill, hill.
We want hill, hill.
Of course we do.
We like hill, hill action. Oh yeah, he's smooth stroking it now. He feels good.
It's nice when everything is out in the open. You don't have to work anything out. And one ball leads to another. That's kind of like a dream.
That's a walk in the park. Got a little bit angly here. Shouldn't pose as any
Angly?
problem though. Angly. And hits that nut perfect as well. How about a little hill, hill action?
Let's do it.
Hill, hill action it is. And we'll put up the viewer advantage again. It is the viewer advantage shopping spree, a little bit different than the former viewer advantages that we've had where you had the choice. This time your choice is to spend that $700. It is Canadian funds any way you want on any of our sponsors. You can go onto the Jacoby Custom Cue site. You can get the Jacoby Black or any cue that Jacoby has. You can get Jam Up apparel. You can buy the Thumper, Brutal Game Gear, JB cases. Spend it all at one or split it up amongst them. However you see fit, it is your choice. If you do want in, qsportslive@gmail.com if you're in Canada. If you are outside of Canada and you want in to win, send a message to the Q Sports Live page. I will get back to you with how you can get in to win. That draw will happen tomorrow evening at the conclusion of the event. Hill, hill action. Clint breaking off rack 17. 6 ball just bobbles in the corner. It leaves the 1 ball all dressed up nice. I do believe the 2 will play off the 9 ball into that top right-hand corner if it doesn't squeak by itself. Decides he doesn't even need to play it there. He'll play the 1 and the 2. Oh, maybe not quite in the same pocket. He might play that 2 into the left-hand side pocket here now. Just go up full table and back. Might pinch it as well. Do you pinch and hit the 4 out of there? 4 leads to the 6 fairly easily. Oh, he was able to pinch even before the 4 ball. Very, very well done. Now this is a very, very touchy shot. This is going to bring the 7 ball into play here as well. So the question remains, do you play the 4 rail first, just hit and stick the cue ball to pop the 4 ball on the left-hand side of the 7, leaving the cue ball where the 4 ball is and play the 7 to the bottom left? If you float that 4, there's always that chance. Oh, wow. Big miss hit. Big miss hit from Rob Phillips. He did try to go rail first and stun that cue ball. And totally mishit it. It is check time for Clint Gamble. Does he want to gamble and take this 4-9 combination? He's lining it up. Now, do you play the weight shot here, bring the cue ball down to the left-hand side pocket, or left-hand bottom of the table, Use that 8 ball as a safety ball. Well, he was aiming for the 9, makes the 4 anyway. And gets decent shape on the 5 ball. 6 is sitting duck soup in the bottom right-hand corner. Shape this 6, and it should be game, set, match. But that 6 is deep, 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 deep in that pocket. These are always.
Oh, geez, I didn't even see that 6.
Yeah, it is sitting deep. Even going rail first here can be tricky from where he's at. So he'll probably go rail first. We'll see. Nope, straight draws it. Gets a little bit off angle. Why not have a little bit of drama here? He'll
a little bit of ball potting skill is always good to have here.
Somewhat required. I think the angle, he's got to put a stroke on this ball.
Just got to roll forward. Just roll forward.
Right hand spin though.
Nice shot.
Really well done.
2 more balls for the match.
This has been a great match.
Very back and forth.
Oh yeah. Clint had a 3-0 lead on Rob. Rob goes for a little bit of a break.
Answers right back.
Yeah, it goes 7-3. Look at this shot. He's sitting
Short
pretty
side.
for that. Short side, top left-hand corner for the game, set, and the match.
Clint's taking a deep breath here. Just wants to make this ball. Just make the ball.
A little hampered by that side pocket.
Yeah, watch out for that corner.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Rob jumps out of his chair.
Yeah, he was halfway around the table.
Oh, and Clint is just
Heartbroken.
Well, face palming over there.
So what do you do?
Had it.
Are you gonna chip the top side of the 9, put the 9 where the cue ball is, and the cue ball back down to the bottom end of the table? Or are you gonna try to kick the door down?
I think he's going
Miss
for
pro
it.
side? No, he did exactly that.
Played safe.
He did.
Very smart. Clint walking up to the table with
He's
a
got
big smile on his face
big
and
grin.
a little shake of the head. He's like, I deserved it. He deserved it.
Wow.
Now
this is a tough spot. 9 ball is off the rail, so if you're going to go and try that rail first shot, a ton of right hand spin. Or do you kick the door down, try and hit this one bank? Do you try to play safe? So many different options, and really this is all shooter's choice. This is exactly going to be a shooter's choice. It's how he's feeling.
He is definitely taking his time here. He wants to make sure he makes the right call here.
I think he's going bank.
Just went for it. Oh!
Reverse bank in the heart.
Wow.
What a shot.
Wow.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you kick the door
Drill
down on a match.
the reverse bank.
Why not?
If you're ever in that situation,
That's what you do.
that's what you do.
That's how you do it.
Drill the reverse bank.
Yeah. Wow.
Rob's just gonna.
Just get up and spank it to the heart.
You know what? Rob couldn't have played the safety much better.
He couldn't have.
He
Again,
played it great.
Right. So this is kind of one of the methodologies in 9 ball. Is just because you play a distance safety does not guarantee you're going to get back to the table. I think if I'm Rob there, I try the reverse bank. It's shorter, a little bit easier, and if you're going to miss, hope to miss pro side, and it's the same effect, but you're giving yourself a shot to win. Absolutely.
So Not that this is going to be the last that we see of Rob Phillips.
No.
But I do want to give a shout out to his sponsor. He's wearing his sponsor on his back. That is Q-Joe's Custom Cues in Edmonton, Alberta. If you guys need any cue maintenance done, repairs, tip replacement, he does supplies, and what a great guy. Darcy will take care of you.
I think he's actually got cues for sale as well.
I think
he's
got
a custom cue maker. He's got some of his own work.
He is, and he actually orders JB cases in. He's got a bunch of stuff that you guys, if you guys have any questions in
Just
Edmonton, Darcy is Darcy's the guy. So a shout out to Darcy up in Edmonton. Hangs out at Top Shots quite a bit. We will see more of Rob, I'm sure, on the B side.
Undoubtedly, you're going to see the likes of Rob quite a bit. With that being said, guys, we now have to kind of flip the cameras around, and
one or two more matches on the B side only. That's it for tonight.
Yeah, so we're going to flip the cameras around, get set up for some B side action, and if you don't know what that means, the A side is 9-ball on the 9-foot tables. If you go to the B side, it is now 8-ball on the 7-foot table. So we're going to flip some cameras and get set up, and we will be back as soon as we have a match ready to rock and roll. It'll be a B-side. On behalf of myself, Stephanie Toy, the rest of the Q Sports Live team, we appreciate you tuning in, guys. Don't go away. We will be back shortly with some more action here for the Barry Hooey Memorial Tournament. Zane, you'll be able to go back as soon as I end this video. You'll be able to go back and take a look at it as many times as you like. It'll be in the archives on the Q Sports Live page. That being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back here in a quick few minutes.